So when you say COVID changed everything, you're not just tossing that out as a sort of, because everybody sort of says that. You really do think that it absolutely was pivotal.
1,000%. We were seeing numbers dwindling. Like our biggest focus was to keep our agents. Today, everybody wants back. Everybody wants to be a travel agent again.
And to use one.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Open Job Pink Couch. Everybody, of course, knows my guest, Zeina Gedeon. And Zeina, I'm very interested in the backstory around Trevello, the growth. I still go back to 20 years ago visiting TPI in Winnipeg. It was a bit mom and pop-ish in comparison with who you are now. Very different beast. What can you tell us about the industry and what you're seeing heading up Trevello, heading up this large army of ICs who sell so much product that you probably have such a pulse on what's going on in the industry and now in the US as well?
So, people are going to hate me for saying this, but COVID, I think, was a blessing in disguise for ICs specifically. When COVID happened, the world shut down, which was devastating for airlines, hotels, and so for our guys. But what came out of it, that many of the customers now appreciated having a person to talk to. Many people booked online, and we're not going to name who, but they couldn't get through, they couldn't call, they couldn't cancel. Airlines' phones were jammed. So anybody that booked with a travel agent was guaranteed to be serviced. So we saw a huge resurrection of being a travel agent is a necessity for us versus before that. And since then, I have to say, since COVID, our business has been, you know what, I need knock on wood. In my culture, we knock on wood so that we don't jinx ourselves. But it's okay, business has been phenomenal, but I have to say the biggest challenge we are seeing is bookings are coming in within 3 months, a majority of our booking. I think customers are still concerned about the world shutting down like it happened. So the biggest challenge we are facing is we can't really do any modeling or predictive or forecast for our numbers. But from bookings, again, since C word, COVID, and it's COVID, not any other word. It's been phenomenal. We are, to be exact now, 1,197 advisors.
Wow.
And we do lose some, but I'll be honest, our focus has been new to industry. Yeah. So those are the ones come and find it much harder.
That's what I find so interesting. All the discussions I've had with people, and even small-time advisors who have suddenly turned their little agency into a host agency, attracting new to industry. This is what people are doing. They're developing business people. It's so different from, when OpenJaw launched, when we thought of travel advisors as being a travel agent that does bookings. These are business people. And so how are you in your role mentoring all these people to grow their businesses? Because when I talk to some of these people, when I meet random advisors, Trevello or other, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at how smart they are. I truly mean that.
No, 100%.
These are business people. They could run OpenJaw. What is happening? It's fantastic.
I'll be honest, our biggest challenge today in our industry, and I sit on the board of ACTA, and we have addressed it, is there's a huge aging advisor. Many of our advisors are aging. Well, let's not talk about our age, but whatever. But so we have been for 4 years now, our focus is new to industry because we need to grow this industry. Yeah. We need to make it, I always say, make travel sexy. And I think it is the sexiest business ever. So we actually created our own curriculum because I don't know, is there any more travel school? I don't know. People don't go to travel school anymore. So we actually train them. We teach them the basic. A is alpha, B is beta. We teach them the A to Z. No, I'm telling you, people go, what do I say? Okay, when you call, you say, my file number or PNI number is A as a Z as in Zulu.
Do you teach them what an OpenJaw is? Because nowadays people don't even know what an OpenJaw is.
Oh my God. Okay, we're going to make sure we put it on the curriculum. So our focus is honestly, we don't want to move advisors around. If people want to join us, like experience, everybody's welcome. But our focus is really to grow our industry, and that's what we've been doing.
Okay, so tell me about the new program that you launched and how it's being received.
Oh, please, it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. And it's sexy, right? It's also sexy.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, but the reality, the biggest thing I didn't like about being an IC is, so anybody IC, if anybody is an IC, you are the accountant, you are the marketing, you are the salesperson, you are the psychologist to your customers. And then the host goes and takes a good chunk. So since the day I started, my vision was we need to make sure we, pay. We need to give people, the money that they deserve to be given. So our model is, and at the same time, we're a business. We still need to operate. We have about 40 employees, so we still need to pay salaries. So everybody starts 85%. Once they make 15,000 in commission, they go to 100%. So,
how do you pay your bills?
So for the people that only are at 85, and then we have amazing partner agreements, we have marketing agreements. So we have a fantastic supplier partners that we work with.
Beyond the 100%, there's still something that comes around to pay for your trouble.
No, definitely. And we
you can't
do
run
have
a business otherwise, obviously.
No, and the reality of it, our costs as a company, like we used to have so many offices, since COVID, we've really cut down and shrunk. Like we were more employees 7-8 years ago when I started than today. But we are more efficient because we're using different tools, technology. Yeah. So we all as people have to evolve, and our business has evolved.
Yeah. And you've evolved into the States. Are you attracting advisors in the US? And if so, how?
The same. Our focus is really only new to industry. Now, not only. If experience come, we have the businesses there. But really our focus also in the US, they have the same problem we do, is really new to industry. And those are the ones, as exactly what I'll be honest, we have an advisor that joined us. She used to be an executive at a multi-billion-dollar company. So I met her. I said, what are you doing here? She goes, okay, I'm tired of the 9 to 5, the grinding. Now I want to do something for me, and I love to travel. So I want to learn. And I'm telling you, like even how she's doing it, I am shocked and in awe. I'm oh my God, I would have never thought of doing it.
Yeah.
She uses, she's automated everything she has, whether it's, insurance forms, like everything. She doesn't do the way we all, okay, let me write it and then I'll send you an email. No. So these people, the business people, have a much different, and because they come from the outside, they've learned so many things. They come here and they apply them, and they're much more efficient than we were.
A lot of the research that we publish from the UN, the WTTC, all the, IATA, whatever, it's all predicting travel in the billions and trillions of dollars in the next 10 years. By 2050, Google said it's going to quadruple. Like the numbers are just staggering, and they don't even make any sense because you can't comprehend those kinds of numbers. So, but obviously travel continues to grow. Where all these people are going to go, I don't know. But do you think that with the patterns that you see, that with this growth in travel, there's going to be the concurrent growth in travel advisors as a career, as a business, as an industry?
100%. It's the thing is,
you're not worried about AI taking it over?
No, AI will help.
Yeah.
Like we have introduced AI to help our advisors. So I used to be a programmer. I tell you, if we had an AI that can talk to me all day, I would have stayed a programmer. But AI is not gonna chat with you. So you still need the experiences. AI can tell you, like I even before now, like a friend of mine goes, I want to do this and that. So I put it in, and then I go, but shit, I've never been there. So yeah, it could say it's good. So I called one of our advisors that does Like Italy, I said, my friends want to do this. She goes, no, no, don't do that. It's a, tourist trap.
Exactly.
But that's it. So,
But it's not only that. There's the hallucinations that are absolutely scary because it generalizes. It cannot provide factual up to the minute. It will scan for a general sense of something and feed that back to you. Anyway.
you still need the real human experience.
Yeah.
And that's why we want our advisors to travel. We want our advisors to try things so that they can come with all confidence, talk about something. If not, honestly, anybody can do the job, but it doesn't work that way.
High net worth, big sort of buzzwords lately, of course. Everybody's tossing that around because more and more millionaires, billionaires, the gap in have and have not widening, and the haves want to travel. Is Trevello capturing a portion of that market?
So we have an advisor that books the largest booking for any cruise company, $492,000 one booking. It's a cruise penthouse. Like, who the hell pays that? But it's amazing. The commission alone would make her whole year.
Of course, and more.
Well, yeah. So the reality of it, before, again, all these up and coming, did everything online. But they all learned the lesson, no, we need travel agent.
So when you say COVID changed everything, you're not just tossing that out as a sort of, because everybody sort of says that. You really do think that it absolutely was pivotal.
1,000%. We were seeing numbers dwindling. Like, our biggest focus was to keep our agents. Today, everybody wants to be a travel agent again.
And to use one, presumably.
Exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, it's huge.
Okay. See, because a lot of people who say that, I think, yeah, whatever. I'm not really necessarily paying attention. You're saying it's absolutely concrete.
No, we
shifted
have
the dynamic.
advisors you could talk to. They would go friends, book with me. Oh, no, it's easier to do it online.
Yeah.
Now they're begging to be a customer of our travel agents.
Yeah.
Of some of our travel agents. Yeah.
I was in one of my recordings. I was mentioning that I used a travel agent. In fact, I believe she's one of your travel agents.
Oh, okay.
Travel advisor. I shouldn't say agent. And for me, it was a bit of a revelation because I don't normally use an advisor since I'm always traveling on something that's organized, and I'll do a pre or a post or I'll extend or whatever. I'm part of some type of system, right? So I'm well taken care of. But I wanted to just do a vacation for me and my husband. And I thought, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then I thought all the touch points that I had with her, I'm thinking, is it really worth their while to do everything that they're doing for the commission and the fee?
Did she not charge you a service fee?
I paid it up front.
I hope so.
I said, you're not touching anything until I pay you a fee. No, seriously.
It's true.
Never will. Absolutely.
No, but some of them
even
still
then,
don't.
Zeina,
I know.
It's work.
Yeah,
It's
but
work.
for them, I'm telling you, like, even today, I don't do bookings every day, I'll be honest, because I'm busy doing other stuff. But when, like, my sister, my brother now, they every time they travel, I want to do it because I love it. I enjoy the research. I enjoy, like, the organizing the A to Z. So I think once you do it and you're good at it.
Oh, I see.
I'm telling you, I miss being a travel agent.
So for me, the sense of overwhelm is because I'm not used to it, whereas for them, it's just part of what they do. Okay, that kind of flips the narrative a little bit for me.
No, and it's much easier. Like, I used to have checklists, like, make sure you ask for insurance, make sure you ask for a car, make sure you have a transfer. Today, I forgot my brother's transfer because I haven't been doing it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So if you were an investor and you had your pockets full of money, you would invest in the travel industry and in particular the retail channel? You see it as a booming business?
The industry is growing, and it's growing leaps and bounds. But again, advisors have to be also good, and because there's a lot now of advisors. The biggest piece we find is you need to either know your market, know your niche. You need to know what you're doing, because people can go AI and check things. So unless you've experienced it, traveled it, booked it, live it, It will be, you can sell it once, but you really have to learn it, like be part of it.
Zeina, what's something that you see a lot that is a mistake that you feel advisors make that you like to try and help them get out of, like a repetitive sort of issue that you try and get people out of, like a business issue or something? I'm sure there's a few. Give us one or two.
No, my biggest pet peeve, and my advisor and then our network know, is service fees. You just said it. The commission is between 8, if you book sometimes FIT, it could be 15, 16 cruise. But the reality, even if it's 5,000, what's 15% on 5,000?
You can't make a living, especially the work that goes in.
And we are experts. Why aren't we charged as experts? Why aren't we charging as experts? So I always bug my guys, our advisors, is you need to charge a service fee. Put a value to your work. If you go to an accountant today, they talk to you for an hour, do they not charge you?
Absolutely. I'm surprised that it's even an issue that you're bringing up. Really,
No.
I thought that today that was no longer a question even. Because when I ask advisors, often when I'm traveling, do you charge a fee? Do you charge? Yes, of course we do. But you're saying it's not the case everywhere.
That's not. It's significantly increased our average from since COVID to today. But in my opinion, everybody should charge for a fee.
I want to shift gears for a moment.
Okay.
I've got you here. I enjoy your brain and I love your approach to helping people and supporting them in their businesses. I know you do that as a matter of course in your community and certainly in the industry. We had talked about doing a mentoring series at one point, supporting women in particular in the industry. So since I've got you here, what are some of the things that you feel females in particular, where they may undermine themselves and their growth to success? Because as women, we do that. I think the younger generation is smarter than I was, but I still see women in a very subtle way, perhaps demeaning their worth, and it's a learnt trait. And what advice do you have for that pattern to be broken?
You just hit, what is that, the nail on the whatever,
On
what
the head.
bothers me with
Yes.
our industry.
Yes.
And specifically the women in our industry. Self-confidence, I find, is a huge factor. I don't know if it's the upbringing or what, but they are not confident to demand what they're worth or where they should be. Mm-hmm. Another thing I just learned from some of my colleagues, it's something never occurred to me, that I don't know. There's a name to it, but like they feel they don't deserve it. What is that? What is that?
A sense of low self-worth?
And I'm thinking, what? Like, she goes, don't you feel that even when I'm shining?
Or the imposter syndrome?
That's it. That's the word. And I'm thinking, what is that?
Yeah.
I have never, okay. So I have had a tough upbringing, war, Lebanon, killing, shooting, but I don't think I'm different. My mom was
probably because you were in a war with shooting. Oh, that'll make you grow up fast.
But honestly, I was shocked at very successful women telling me, even when I'm there taking something, I'm thinking, oh my God, someone is going to come and take it from me.
Right.
I'm thinking, I have never, I just learned that maybe in the last 4 years. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Like, if I could slap you, I will. I mentor 7 women today, and they're younger, like the younger generation. And they are much stronger than us, but I've noticed also, I think it's as parents, like I have nieces and nephews. My nephew, oh, go, travel. My niece, no, be careful. Like, we're hypocrites. Like, I find it starts with us.
Yeah.
So I can understand now why, maybe. But for the love of God, you guys are successful. You're smart. Break that wall and go. And
do you know, sometimes I think when women do step out of their comfort zone, there is a very covert system that sometimes has a little bit of pressure to get back into your lane. And I have definitely felt it many, many times where it's sort of, you know, don't get too ballsy. And do you think that that exists in the business world?
Oh, 100%. But the question is, how big are your balls?
How big are your balls? That's going to be the headline for this interview. How big are your balls?
No, but you know what? The reality of it, it's not all men.
No,
it's
definitely not.
But they like their own.
In fact, it was a woman who once told me, stay in your lane.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, tell me who it is. I will destroy her.
Fair enough. Later. I'll give you her address.
No. No, but again, I used to have a CEO would tell me, my God, I think we would be like executives 10, 11. You have more balls than everybody around this table.
Yeah.
No, I know my worth. And I'm not arrogant. I'm not an asshole. But at the end of the day, I know how good I am. So why would anybody diminish that from me? So it has to come from you.
Yes, absolutely. Always. You know, I say that, and having sat in boardrooms myself where I would make a suggestion and then 2 seconds later a guy made the same suggestion and everybody heard it, but nobody when I said it. Yeah. Now I was young and stupid and I was like, what the fuck's happening here? How come people are hearing it and not me? But I think that perhaps if I were ballsier and louder, maybe it would have been heard.
Again, it's changing a bit. Like you see more women executives still in an industry. I think it's not right. We need more women. But again, they have to be confident to say, like, stand up. There was a study, and I don't know if I mentioned it to you in Harvard Business Review, that said a man will apply to a job if he knows only 10% of it. A woman will only apply if she knows 80% of it. Again, confidence.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
No, we need to change it.
We need to change it. Absolutely, we need to change it. No question. Wow. Okay, well, Zeina, where should we start changing the world?
One step at a time, one advisor at a time, one woman at a time.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Always love it.
Thank you.